Hi guys, how's it going? How's it going? Wheel of Betting time once again here in the Globe in Moorgate, central London. Oh, and someone's just coming in. But we're here today to talk Football League. There's a gaggle of girls walking. Anyway, talking Football League. Mark, how's it going? Your beard's gone.
Kind of gone. Also got attacked by the wintry weather as well on the way here. Quite a mess.
Never good. So what are we talking about then? We're talking about Football League this weekend, of course. Sorry, it's been a very busy week, and it's not even started yet, to be honest. But anyway, what have you got? First game, you've gone for Ipswich against Wigan. Malky Mackay. It's not really happening for Malky, is it? It's not really happening. And you can tell in his interviews he's getting quite nervous about it.
Yeah.
Something. It's just not happening at Wigan.
I'm glad you brought that up,
it
actually.
Stinks.
I'm really glad you brought that up, because I've watched him now in his post-match interviews as well, and there's something not right about that.
Somebody shoving him against the door.
For someone who's quite bolshy, brash, and confident of themselves, he's just gone right back into his shell, and his Wigan team are in a complete state of disarray, especially since he's taken charge as well. Even Blackpool are starting to claw back points on them. I think there's a 4-point difference now. I looked at him since he was appointed on the 19th of November, and they've won 1, drawn 2, and lost 7. We mentioned his post-match demeanour. Well, he's not going to be helped by the amount of players leaving the club as well. Callum McManaman, Sean Maloney, Ben Watson, Adam Forshaw, all departing. It's not going to help their fight against the drop. They look like a sinking ship. Away from home this season, they've won 2, drawn 2, and lost 9. But the bet here, Ipswich are 4-5, which to me is a backable price. But I was interested to see that Coral are going 10-11 on Ipswich to score over 1.5 goals. Right. Now, when Ipswich win, they normally score 2 goals. They've won 14 of 27 matches, which is over half. They've scored at least twice in 10 of those victories. At home, they've won 9 of their 13 games, scored at least twice in 8 of those victories as well. So it makes sense to take the bigger price here at almost even money, if you ask me. Noel Hunt's made an immediate impact since his move. Of course, Dave McGoldrick out injured, but Daryl Murphy, despite being 31, 32 now, having the form of his life up front. They're not struggling for goals anyway. I looked at Wigan as well, and in those away games, which I mentioned already, they conceded at least twice in 8 of those, including 6 of their 7 trips to top half teams as well. To me, they look like they're putting up the white flag. Relegation is on the cards, and 10-11 on Ipswich has scored 10 and 2 or more is the bet with Coral.
Yeah, sounds good. I bet there's no banter in the Wigan dressing room now, that's for sure.
Don't ever say the word banter again, please.
No. Well, I'll blame it Malky. Didn't put it in my mind.
Richard Keys.
Let's not talk about him. Jesus, let's not talk about him. I'm not allowed to say what I think of him, just in case. Anyway, we actually interviewed Richard Keys a few months ago, didn't we?
Yeah, well, you did. I was watching.
Yeah, honestly, we're quite respectable human beings. Anyway, on to a man I really admire. Not Richard Keys, but Mark Robbins, a great manager. If I wasn't chairman of a Football League club, I think I'd put this guy as my manager. He just comes across as he was in Football League, he was in the Manish programme on Saturday. I couldn't remember what it was called there. And he was just really smart. I got a lot out of him, definitely. His side are away to Leyton Orient, who are having a disaster of the season this year. No one saw that coming. Can Mark Robbins get 3 points for this game?
They certainly can. There's no reason why they can't. There's a lot of weird prices around this weekend. Scunthorpe 3-1 to get a result or get 3 points away at Leyton Orient, which certainly does have appeal. But I'm going to take the double chance because it's odds against 21-20, which is unthinkable, really. I mean, Orient, of course, had a horrible season, and Mauro Milanese, the sporting director, has left this week. Fabio Liverani is the 4th person to take the hot seat this season since December, and it's a far cry from when Barry Hearn was in charge. The new owner. Yeah, the new owner, Francesco Bechetti's been throwing cash about, but things just aren't working on the pitch. And last weekend they were beaten 2-0 at Colchester in a big relegation match. And quite worryingly, Liverani came out afterwards and said the opposition had more fight, spirit, and hunger and desire, which is, you don't want to hear that when you're in a relegation battle and you're fighting some of the teams around you. So they're going to be up against it this weekend. Scunthorpe is certainly a team under Mark Robins, who will not give anything away. They'll fight for everything on that pitch and contest and be difficult to beat. They're starting to really stabilise and realise their potential under Robins as well. I think they had a richly deserved point in midweek against MK Dons, just 2 defeats down in 13 League One games, taken 14 points from 18 away, 4 draws and 2 defeats. So they're not going to be too concerned about a trip down to struggling Leyton Orient. Bet365 go 21-20 on the double chance here. It's paid out in. Sorry, have a look. Orient have only won twice at home this season in 12 games, but they've only won 6 of 26 games. So in 77% of these matches, the double chance on the opposition is paid out, and up the iron.
Up the iron, definitely. Mark Robins, definitely. And game 3, you've got a lot of love for Wigan, haven't you? Wickham, man. Wigan, sorry. Of course, no. A lot of love for Wickham.
Yeah.
And it's part of your heritage, really. That plush middle class town.
Yeah.
And they're hosting Portsmouth, who, to be honest, didn't really have much love for Portsmouth. Made to feel sympathy for Portsmouth when they went through all that financial trouble. But whenever it's happened in Scotland, you never hear a word about it. All the great clubs that have been living in Scotland. But the first item in the news was Portsmouth's financial crisis back in the day. But anyway, they're in the soup now. They're in real trouble. Andy Offal in charge of it. It's just not working out for Portsmouth, and I think they've got a tough game against Wickham here on Saturday. So do you?
Yes, definitely. Surprised to see Wickham just a shades of odds on here, 10-11. I think they're definitely backable at that price. They're playing Portsmouth. I mean, there's such. I'm sort of sick of looking at Portsmouth now because
especially that camera angle.
Yeah. Wow, what is that?
It's crazy.
It's bizarre.
It's crazy.
And it also makes me think, what's it like to be a manager though? If you've got a view like that,
Jesus,
pathetic. But Portsmouth are just rubbish, 8 defeats in 14 now, no wins in 8, no away wins since August, 7 defeats in 13. For a side that just keeps throwing more money at the squad despite the financial problems, the squad size is probably twice the size of anyone else in that division.
Wow.
Failed to score 7 times away already this season, drawn 2, lost 6 of their last away games to top half teams. They're just rubbish. Bottom of the form table, bottom of the away table. They could go on and on and on, but I want to talk about Wickham because I love Wickham to bits. I love Gareth Ainsworth, and I'm a big admirer of teams who show character and resilience and that sort of work hard team ethic. Whereas the team's more important than the individual, and I think you can see that in the likes of Burnley. They're the Premier League blueprint for that. I think Wickham are your League Two example here. Forget what happened last season. Think about this season because they built from the back. Ainsworth sorted out the issues, and they're a real match. I'll give everyone a real tough time of it. It's just 3 defeats and 27 in the league this season. Sort of suggests that Ainsworth's on the right foot here. Reported wins in 7 of their 13 at home coming into this game. 4 clean sheets in 5 now. One of which was recorded away at Shrewsbury, where what happens to teams when they go to Shrewsbury.
Absolutely,
so I think it's a fantastic story for Wickham. I'm willing them on because I love Gareth Ainsworth, and at 10-11 with Betfred, they're the bet.
Excellent. It's Wickham all the way to beat Portsmouth.
Rubbish Portsmouth. Heading
towards the Vanarama Premier Division, the glamour of that. Anyway, we'll leave it there, and we'll be back next Thursday where we'll both be unshaven.